welcome back to the deep dive. You guys have sent in some pretty interesting academic papers lately on financial systems.
Oh, yeah.
And we are super stoked to dig into them with you.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
So today we're going deep on the work of Gurley and Shaw and McKinnon and Shaw.
Right.
These economists really shook things up in the world of finance with their ideas about near money and financial repression.
Yeah, these ideas might sound kind of obscure at first glance,
Right.
but they're surprisingly relevant to how we understand, financial markets today.
Totally.
And even like how we make decisions about our own money.
Absolutely. So let's start with the basics.
Okay.
Those traditional measures of money supply we always hear about.
Yeah.
Like how much cash is circulating in the economy.
Right.
Well, Gurley and Shaw argued that, those measures don't tell the whole story.
They don't.
They introduced this concept of near monies, which are assets that aren't technically cash, but can be easily converted into cash.
Right. So think of it this way.
Okay.
Imagine you have money in a savings account
Okay.
at a credit union.
Yeah.
It's not cash in your hand,
Right.
but you can withdraw it pretty easily, right?
Yeah.
So that's an example of a near money.
Okay. I'm starting to see the picture.
Good.
But why are these near monies so important?
Well, because Gurley and Shaw argued that these near monies can actually influence
Okay.
the effectiveness of monetary policy.
Wow.
Imagine a seesaw. Okay. You got supply on one side, demand on the other.
Okay.
When near monies enter the picture, it's like adding weight to the demand side, making it harder for the central bank to tip that seesaw and control interest rates.
Well, that's a great analogy.
Thanks.
So if the central bank is trying to cool down the economy by raising interest rates, those near monies could make their efforts less effective.
Exactly, because people could just shift their money from near monies into cash if they think that interest rates are going to rise even further.
Wow, it's like a shadow money supply,
Yeah,
operating in parallel to the traditional one.
that's a good way to put it.
So how did Gurley and Shaw actually model this complex dynamic?
Well, they used a classic supply and demand graph to show how the presence of near monies can affect the relationship between interest rates and the overall money supply.
Okay.
Think of the graph as like a map of the financial landscape. The higher the interest rate, the taller the mountain.
Okay.
What they showed is that near monies can smooth out those mountains and valleys,
Interesting.
making the impact of interest rate changes less dramatic.
So their work essentially highlighted the limitations of traditional monetary policy tools.
Yes, and they also argued that regulators need to pay closer attention to these non-bank financial institutions
Okay.
where near monies are often held.
That makes sense. If these near